Welcome back to Movie Dumpster, Season 9, Episode 7. Today we're talking about The Lamp, aka The Outing, from 1987, directed by Tom Daly. And we're taking a look at the original Wishmaster. I'm Joe Lascola.
And I'm Sean O'Rourke.
Welcome to The Dumpster.
Today, we're unveiling the secrets of the lamp.
You had to get an Aladdin reference. I was trying to think of one.
I was trying to think of one, too. That's probably not even a direct quote, but you know what I'm saying.
Right. Not Jafar, but
Jafar.
Yeah, from the intro from the Disney movie, right?
Yeah.
I had 30 Days a Night, Arabian
Nights. Not 30 Days a Night. That's completely
Alibaba and the King of Thieves.
I don't know, something like that.
I read it when I was like 9, so maybe I'm due for a reread or something.
It's 1001 Nights, and then they changed it to Arabian Nights.
Yeah. I read in a book of other shit. Jack and the Beanstalk was in there. I don't know.
It's all like short stories. Yeah, we'll talk about it.
But the concept of a genie, a djinn, they dropped the D on this one.
But
that is an official spelling. That is an official spelling. J-I-N-N.
Yeah.
Also D-J-I-N. It's probably what you're more familiar with.
And you've always called Kareem Abdul-Jabbar the Djinn with no chaser.
Of course.
It's not Django.
Right.
It's
exactly.
Django and Djinn. And
yep.
Yeah.
The D is silent. I know.
So, yeah, the Killer Genie movie, man, this is like one of the first ones. I think it is the first Killer Genie movie. And one of the only Killer Genie movies besides the Wishmaster series.
Yeah, Wishmaster, which, I mean, he is a genie, but I feel like that just kind of changes what it is.
Well, he's a djinn.
He is he?
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I watched Wishmaster.
He's literally the djinn.
All right, so they got him beat. This is the original, like you said.
Well, we're going to talk about djinn and the history of the djinn and Arabic folklore and all that kind of stuff.
I know they're big in Dungeons and Dragons. That's the other thing I know him from. Obviously, he's a fantasy character. They have everything in that. But
before we get into rubbing this lamp and making some wishes, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, and you can get some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers, like commentary tracks, mini-sodes, junk mail, and all kinds of other good stuff. We also have a YouTube membership program. It's not the same as Patreon. You don't get the physical items, but you still get commentary tracks and mini-sodes and stuff like that. So maybe if you want to sign up for one of those, help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching here on YouTube, please like the video and share it with your friends, and subscribe if you're not already. And if you listen on your favorite podcast app, like the video, give it 5 stars, and write a review if you got the time. And if you're curious about where else the Dumpster Boys are gonna be, you can always head over to moviedumpsterpodcast.com. We also have a store on there if you want to grab some MD merch. We got some new t-shirts up there recently. We got a Lubden shirt.
I'm Lubden it.
We got a My Mom's a Werewolf t-shirt we just dropped.
Your mom's a werewolf.
Right. I don't want to mess that up.
A werewolf I'd like to fuck.
Yeah, exactly. In case that wasn't clear on the last episode. So check it out, moviedumpsterpodcast.com. Help support your favorite show. We really appreciate it.
So yeah, man, The Lamp was released as The Outing on home video in the U.S. only.
I got to go back in the catalog, Joe. We've been doing the show 9+ years now. That might be one of the worst fucking title changes in the history of this show. The Lamp is perfect.
The VinSyn Blu-ray, that's the original poster.
Right,
for The Lamp.
Yeah. Because I saw it came out in the UK, and then like 6 months later, they came out in the USA under The Outing, and it has nothing. What the fuck is The Outing? What is that even?
Well,
they're in a museum. What is it? How is that an outing? I don't understand that. It's just, we've had some over the years where it's like, okay, I can at least understand where they were coming from. This one, I understand what an outing is, so sure, but call fucking Genie at that point if you're going to change
or
it.
Killer Genie. But
yeah.
Whoever had the fucking bright idea at IVE to call it The Outing, where it's just like if you go on a field trip, because they go on a field trip to the museum, so it's called The
field
Outing.
Trip. Fuck it.
Yeah, but it's like, just call The Lamp.
The Lamp.
And like, and they cut a lot out of this. Like, this cut is pretty different to the Lamp cut. So VinSyn had put this out on Blu-ray, like I just said, Vinegar Syndrome, if you don't know what I'm talking about. And the 35mm elements, the original negative is gone. So they used the 35mm inner positive.
What the hell is that?
Okay. So a 35mm negative is the original master print.
Right.
And then there are positives struck from that print. An inner positive is like the print that they use to like transfer to like tape and shit like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Learn something new.
Yeah, so I'm just happy we got it. You know,
It looks amazing.
Yeah, because if the negative was lost, I'm glad we had at least something that was akin to the original print. You know, it still looks essentially the same, more or less, in terms of quality.
Yeah, I mean, I watched it on Fandango at home.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the Blu-ray cut because when we talked about it, you said it was the extended original version.
If
When you're like, what happened here? And I was like, this. You're like, okay, you watched the full version.
Yeah. If you're watching the lamp, you'll know right away
Okay,
if it's the lamp or the outing.
The intro is different, I think. We'll get into it, but
yeah.
So that transfer looks incredible. I mean, I couldn't believe this came out on 87? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous. I mean, they did an amazing job on the restoration of the print. It looks really good. And another thing that I'll talk about a little bit later is that what came with the interpositive were short trimmings of extended scenes and stuff that they reincorporated back into the print. So it's like the most full version of the movie like ever released.
You notice it too if you've seen a lot of movies like this. I feel like the last time we talked about it was probably My Bloody Valentine, but there's a couple scenes where you could tell they did the work, but it's not as cleaned up as the rest. You're like, oh, that had to be added in after the fact.
Yeah. Well, on the 4K of My Bloody Valentine, everything's cleaned up.
I know, well, that was maybe a bad example.
It looks great.
But the Blu-ray was like
But to your point, there are like slight jumps in picture in the
audio.
Lamp. Well, in the lamp,
Minor.
Only because when they reinstated those pieces, there wasn't enough to bridge the transition. Does that make sense?
No, it totally does. Yeah. It's you notice it, but it doesn't take you out or anything. It's just like, oh, the audio changed for a scene.
Like this goes here, but there's not enough on either side to transition.
So they had to
smoothly.
Make do.
So they kind of gotta pop it in there.
It works.
Yeah. There's like a couple frames. There's like a little jitter where it, like, you know, skips.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah, no, it doesn't affect the viewing at all. So this is directed by Tom Daly, who hasn't done anything else except a couple music videos, but they hired him to do the to shoot the film, to direct the film.
Maybe he had a bad experience because I'm surprised this was well made.
No, I don't think he did. I just think it was just
not for him. Maybe.
What do you mean?
Like moved on, like did his movie. Was like, all right, back to music videos. I don't know.
I don't really know.
Because you hear about that sometimes. I think it was the guy that did fucking, because I was reading about this recently, Mystery Men.
Yeah.
We had to cover that eventually because I was reading that the behind the scenes was a complete shit show. Surprised you ever saw that movie.
Yeah.
But the director of that had done music videos, like some real big ones. He even did like the Taco Bell shit with the Low Quiero Taco Bell.
Did he do the Little Richard one?
I see. I don't remember. Not the point, but
nonsense.
Oh, God, I don't think he did that. But anyway, the point of the story is after he finished Mystery Men, probably due to all the actor and production shenanigans behind the scenes, he's like, "Fuck this! I'm going back to music video."
Yeah.
So I just, after reading that recently, I wonder when that kind of stuff comes up.
You know what? I don't know. He's not even. I don't think he's on the disc. He's not in the special feature or anything like that.
He did a good job.
So I don't know.
That.
Yeah.
Give the man his flowers.
Yeah. So the writer, Warren Chaney, was also the producer on the movie.
Yep.
He kind of put it all together. It was his idea. It was his script and all that stuff.
He put the money where his mouth was, literally.
And he had worked on like a ton of projects, like classic film stuff before this.
Huh.
And he had done a bunch of big budget pictures, so he wanted to do like a low budget horror picture because it was in and there was a big demand for it. So that's kind of where that,
strike the iron while it's hot.
Yeah. He's actually the husband of the woman who plays Eve in the movie.
She might be my favorite character, actually.
And
Her or the dad.
And she was also a producer and the casting director, and she did a bunch of stuff.
Deborah Winters?
Deborah Winters.
Yeah. I remember the name.
Deborah Winters Chaney.
Okay.
Yeah. And what I didn't realize was she also plays the Arab woman in the beginning, and she plays the younger woman in the old makeup, like on the side here.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh. Really?
Yeah, I totally blew my mind because I didn't know that.
That's a little bit more shocking. We'll get to her.
So Warren wanted to write a story about a killer genie, essentially, like a djinn. He didn't want to just do a slasher, though. He wanted to make a movie that was more interesting than just that.
Just on that note, I don't mean to interrupt, but would you consider this a slasher? Because I was thinking about that. I don't know if it is.
I don't think it's I don't consider it a slasher.
So it reminds me more of like a Night of the Demons. There's just bad shit coming after you.
It's more like a Night of the Demons for me, too. And there's a lot of things akin that we'll talk about that kind of remind me of Night of the Demons, like a lot.
Yeah, it does. It kept coming to mind.
Like a lot
in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way, but like a lot of it. Yeah, but he slashers were big at the time. He didn't want to make another slasher movie, so he decided to use this as his like brainchild.
Yeah, his vehicle.
Jump off point, So in doing that, he read about Djinn and what Djinn are and what they are and like breaking down like what we've come to known as genies, like in culture, and like really going back to the roots, like the Arabic roots of this, which I thought was really cool because it was the first time that it ever happened. And again, like we talked about earlier in the intro, like the only second time it ever happened was with Wishmaster.
And then obviously Aladdin happened, and a million fantasy versions of a genie. But yeah, horror didn't really touch this,
and like
still hasn't really.
And like in Arabic culture and like in Middle Eastern movies, horror movies, the Djinn is still like a huge horror figure. So like there's plenty of Djinn-based horror movies
internationally.
from the Middle East.
Yeah.
Because it's like, they're demons or they're devils.
It's definitely out of the USA zeitgeist. They ain't coming back to the US anytime soon, but I'd love to see it.
So I want to give you the lowdown on some Djinn lore, just because I found it really interesting. And
they come out of a boombox, right? Like Kazam?
Yeah, exactly.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Hamburgers race. That's another one we got to circle back on. Anyway, you were saying
he's a rapping genie with an attitude, man.
They did that back then. He was just carrying on the the legacy. I
want to see Shazam versus the lamp.
Well, Kazam wins. He's like a happy-go-lucky genie in a family movie. He's not gonna get blown up by
him. I'm
gonna. I'm Kazam. And the fucking genie blows up. That's it.
Makes it rain hamburgers and then
melts the fucking lamp.
Then they're both happy and they eat hamburgers together. Or
maybe.
Yeah. So the Djinn comes from Arabic and Islamic folklore, essentially. They're even mentioned in the Quran a lot.
Okay.
And they're not. So the thing with Djinn is like they're not technically devils or demons or angels.
Wow. That's what I love about them, though.
Yeah, they're like their own subsect of beings.
And funny, I mentioned Dungeons and Dragons, but weirdly enough, besides Aladdin, again, the most low-hanging fruit possible, they go heavy into that because D&D, for the most part, tries to pull a lot, much like this movie did, from actual lore. Then they put like their own spin on it. Mm-hmm. So it's usually like genies are greedy or they're trying to trick you, which I feel like most people, if you know about a genie, that's a pretty well-known one. They're always trying to twist the wish, which Wishmaster goes heavy into.
Which is funny because like Djinn historically are kind of benign.
Yeah, like almost like neutral. Or they just want to do their own thing.
They're not like necessarily evil. They're almost akin to like fairy lore.
Yeah, they are.
Almost, if that makes sense. Like some of them are helpful. Some of them, have relationships with humans, like intimate relationships with humans.
Or some think they're helping you, but they're not.
Or some think they're helping you that they're not. Or a lot of old cases of mental illness are attributed to the Djinn, so it's kind of like the same thing with like the fairy lore.
Yeah, you fucked with the Djinn, that's why you're crazy.
No, or like you're possessed by the Djinn. You know what I mean? Or in a fairy case, in a Germanic or white Anglo-Saxon sense, it's like you're a changeling. Right, you were taken by the fairy. You're in place with like a fucked up fairy child.
Exactly.
So they're similar. So like I said, they're similar to angels and demons, but they're neither. And God, it's said in the Quran that God created them from the smokeless fire.
That makes sense.
And they're mostly invisible beings, but they do have the power to shapeshift. They can look like a human. They can look like an animal. But they're mostly like benign entities.
At least they were intended to be. Obviously, history has changed that.
Like I said, they are cited in the Quran and stuff, but like you also have to understand like all of these beings and things we know from like the Quran and the Bible and, whatever other religious sect that has branched off has its roots in paganism.
Well, yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
We can do a whole episode on that. Yeah. They stole all the ideas from the pagans.
Well, I'm saying that it's always borrowed from there.
Yeah.
There's always that. There's always like that root piece.
Ask my ancestors, Joe. They know all about that.
Yeah, I know that. Well, of course.
Fuck you, Druids.
Yeah,
we're just gonna destroy your culture.
But we're gonna keep Christmas and stuff.
I guess they like Santa.
Yeah, or something. But yeah, a lot of the beliefs and entities and stuff like that come from paganism and all that kind of stuff. Now, paganism isn't a religion. It's just what you call the collective old religion, which is a lot of polytheistic beliefs and all that kind of stuff with like multiple gods and all that kind of shit. King Solomon was known for trapping Djinn.
Oh, yeah.
I
think I knew that actually.
In like containers and stuff.
That's where that came from.
Yes,
because that wasn't the original lore. The lamp. They even say that in the movie. Actually,
well, it kind of is, but kind of isn't.
Yeah, okay.
Right? So I'm gonna try to make this kind of quick.
Sure, like condense it as well as you can.
So 1001 Nights comes out, which is Arabian Nights, and that's what made the lamp popular for genies.
Okay.
Now, what's funny about that is I don't believe Aladdin was like with the lamp specifically. It wasn't included in the original Arabian Nights.
Sure.
Or 1001 Nights. It was actually added, that story, in the 1700s by this French writer who did a translation of 1001 Nights.
Just added that?
And then added that story in that he said he had heard from some Arabic guy.
Patch notes.
Yeah. Which is
I don't know.
that's just kind of bizarre to me. Like, it wasn't intact in the original thing.
You know, he saw what they did with the Bible. They just added shit. Fuck it, we could do it.
Well, this
here.
is a little different. This is a little different. This isn't a religious text, my man. With that being said, there's other stories within 1001 Nights that have...
That's what I'm thinking of, maybe.
That have Djinn in them.
Yeah.
Specifically, there's one where, like, there's a Djinn in a bottle, right? So they can be trapped inside objects, whether it's a lamp or a bottle. And even in the case of Aladdin, there's two genies in that. There's one in a lamp, and there's one that's caught in a ring, like in a jewel on a ring.
Yeah.
So, and even with the Djinn from Wishmaster, he's in a jewel too as well. That red jewel.
Yeah. Ted Raimi lets him out by accident as he's squished.
Well, as he's squished by a fucking crate with that statue in it. Yeah.
One of the greatest ever.
I wish that guy wasn't drinking on the job.
Yeah, that's what caused it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was literally how she fixed it. Spoilers.
You know, you kind of think of like how the lamp has like permeated.
So many cultures, right?
Well, just like the zeitgeist of of pop culture and stuff like that. And knowing that it came in a bottle too reminded me of Bottle Grotto from Link's Awakening DX.
Okay,
with the genie of that dungeon.
They would have pulled from that too. Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, they also have a lot of like trap shit in a container, like with demons and stuff.
Yeah,
that's also a thing.
It's similar. It's a similar thing. Some kind of vessel that they kind of put them in.
Did the mafuba, put them in a rice cooker, that whole thing.
Essentially, yeah. But yeah, so like I said before, they're still super popular in modern Middle Eastern horror movies. The Djinn. We haven't really seen too many recently.
Yeah, we kind of said that, but bring them back. I like them.
Yeah. So moving on, the SFX were done by a group of folks who worked on a ton of stuff. So it's not, you had asked me who did this, and it's not MMI, it's not KMB. It's like an amalgamation of people that had come together from different crews to make
like a freak situation almost.
Yeah, almost like a freak, like you were mentioned, where like you have all these different people coming from all these different shows to do this show. But you got people like John Blake, Tom Flouts, Bill Forch, Gail Taylor, Brian Wade, and these people have worked on the Critters movies, Friday the 13th Part 6, Pet Sematary, Demon Wind, Sleepwalkers, Creepazoids, The Blob. Like, there's so much shit that they worked on.
Once you know that, it kind of makes sense.
It kind of makes sense because the effects in this are awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 12-foot fucking animatronic genie.
Yeah, and that's not even, in my opinion, the most impressive stuff, but that's fucking impressive.
Yeah. And that's kind of all the behind-the-scenes stuff. And, I mentioned, we talked a little bit before about the VinSyn release and stuff like that now, and how, it was released as The Outing in the U.S. And I love the cover for this. So Drew Struzan, legendary poster artist Drew Struzan, who did all the Indiana Jones films and the Star Wars special editions and stuff like that.
Legend.
Back to the Future.
Passed away recently, I think.
Yeah. Last year?
Yeah. Super recently.
But he did the cover for this, and I really love this cover so much. And it's got his classic style. Like when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's Drew Struzan.
I kind of wish that the genie actually looked like whatever the fuck he drew, but that was wishful thinking on his part. It looks kind of like that.
It does. It's just like stretched.
The face is like crazier on the cover.
It's like stretched.
Yeah.
This isn't even the original poster. This is the VHS artwork.
Oh, it's different.
The original poster is just the kids.
Okay.
And then the genie was added later.
Well, that was The Outing. They didn't want to ruin it, Joe.
Yeah. And then the original posters on the VinSyn release here, that's the original, like, for the lamp.
Oh, God. Show the back. It's a spoiler, but it's great.
Oh, okay.
I love
there you
that.
Go.
Fuck them.
Make a wish if you dare.
For the video watchers. Oh, yeah, you're going to have to guess.
It's good stuff. And now, The Outing, despite it not carrying the lamp name and... a pretty decent,
its aura,
a pretty decent amount of cuts. It was released theatrically and actually did really well at the box office. And
there's enough in there even with 2 or 3 minutes. God, I think you got it still a solid film, right?
I mean, I think it's still pretty solid even without it because this is the version I watched for a long time. without watching the full lamp cut.
And we talk about it fairly often, but those cuts back then, shit that you would be shocked is cut now, was routinely cut at the time. So you probably didn't even think about it as much. I mean, I didn't see that gore. Well, I'm used to it.
I mean, an exec went in and they were like, "Get this out of here. We got to get to the fucking teenagers, baby."
Yeah,
kind of thing, you know.
Change this music just because.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a slasher movie. What's all this Genie bullshit?
What do you mean? There's a Genie? Yeah. Why? What's this Genie shit?
Basically. Nobody cares where the lamp came from. I don't give a fuck.
Sir, you just swallowed that cigar. I have another one.
Now, this is where it gets kind of hairy, right? So, Shout Factory did release a print Blu-ray.
Was it like a one-shot kind of thing?
It's out of print now. No, it was one. You know when Shout Factory was doing like those double features on a Blu-ray disc.
Oh, okay.
So you had
convenient, but I hate that shit.
So you had like TerrorVision and the Video Dead and like Cellar Dweller and the what the fuck is it, the Morgue or the
maybe
something like that. Anyway, it was one of those where it had the outing or the lamp and then something else on it.
Sure, yeah.
What I found out was that wasn't even the complete uncut version. That was an R-rated version of the film that they got.
But it was still not uncut.
But it was still not uncut.
Weird.
So, because it was
what else is cut out at that point, right?
Okay, so the lamp on physical media, like VHS internationally, is the full unrated stuff on VHS, right? Shout Factory gets the same interpositive that VinSyn had.
Right.
I'm convinced is the same one. Because if that's the only surviving print, then
maybe
the surviving print doesn't have all the uncut shit on it. You know what I mean?
Hence why they had to add that shit now on the new disc.
Yeah, like they found extra stuff and put it in.
Okay.
So they had that interpositive. They spliced in the extra stuff that they found, and then that's the longest version of the movie that's on this Blu-ray, but it's not fully uncut either. It's still the R-rated cut.
Really?
Yeah. There are small parts of the kills and stuff that are omitted from that cut, like the small trims.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Kind of what I was just describing, what you'd be used to from the late 80s, but okay, that's kind of strange.
Yeah, so they spliced in those scenes into the R-rated version of the movie. What's also a little weird to me is like, now my tape has it, but apparently other VHS tapes don't have the glow on the Genie. You know that green glow that's all over them?
Yeah.
There's a print out there that was struck for video and stuff that doesn't have all that shit on them, like all the glowy stuff on them.
I guess there's a pun intended, but it kind of loses some of the magic, right?
Well, maybe, but like I get my point is like we were talking about this on the My Mom's a Werewolf episode where like if you don't have the original elements, you can't restore the film fully. And like I feel like that was just a different cut or like a different version of the film that's on those physical media releases.
Right, like that's all they had, and they just went with it.
And all we have is this version of the movie. But, I mean, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying,
that is a pretty weird one.
Yeah, it's just weird to think. It's just weird how all that shit works.
Yeah,
you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You want to plot crunch this for us?
So in the late 1800s, a ship lands at shore and everyone's fucking dead. All you see is someone kind of run off with this lamp and a bracelet and a bunch of bodies left behind. Then we kind of flash forward to the present. A bunch of robbers break into some old lady's house. They find this lamp many years removed. They don't know what the fuck it is, and they accidentally release a genie. And then it's kind of chaos from there, where then the lamp lands in the hands of a museum owner. And his daughter accidentally activates it, and now all of her friends and anyone that gets in this fucking Djinn's way are just gonna die.
They sure are.
And there's a little bit more nuance to it than that. They're kind of hiding out in this museum because it's kind of a fun get away from the parents thing. And they all die because of it. Typical classic horror movie.
Which is also kind of facilitated by the Djinn.
It is actually. There's a lot of mind control involved, actually. And it's a classic horror movie, man. Yeah. Get these teenagers in there. Let's figure out how we kill them. Even if it's not a slasher, it has a similar setup in that respect.
Yeah. I think that's why it feels so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we open up in Galveston, Texas. So the whole movie takes place in Texas. And like Sean said, we get this boat, and there's this Arab woman there with her daughter, and there's all these dead bodies around.
Yeah.
And this captain kind of takes this lamp and like runs away with it, like he's gonna get away with this lamp.
It's obviously the last voyage to the Demeter.
Yeah, of course, the second to the last voyage of the Demeter.
Dracula was on this one too. It wasn't the Djinn, Joe.
Maybe they were working in tandem together, you think?
You get that boat, I
Yeah.
get this boat,
Yeah.
on the way there, on the way back kind of thing.
Well, don't just kill them, because I got to eat them to survive, so don't just kill them all.
Also, boat landing in Galveston, Texas. Okay, I don't know where that is, but like, what coast are we coming off of? I guess it's supposed to be like
The
somewhere.
Gulf of Mexico?
I guess, and they're supposed to be like, they say they're Arab much later in the movie.
Yeah.
But anyway, Middle Eastern is the point.
And this whole
Europe.
fucking scene is cut out of the outing.
And that's
Like,
why you were saying, like, you'll know pretty quickly
you'll
what
know
version
you'll
you're
know
watching.
exactly which one you're watching, because like this whole thing is chopped and we end up right with, the Bayou Billy and his gang later.
Oh, and that's where the credits start popping up?
That's where it starts
Okay.
happening.
Because Bayou Billy, we crashed to his ass.
Yeah.
These three hicks, again, open up any horror movie in the South. They're in it.
Oh, Leatherface and Viggo Mortensen are right down the road, dude.
I was thinking the same
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
man. Fucking this house they break into, this old lady lives in. Come to find out that has the lamp. Looks like fucking Lestat sold it to her. They never say exactly where. I guess it is Texas. I just said that.
Yeah, I'm sure Ray from Venom's around. Oh no, he's in Louisiana. My
That's
bad.
true.
I'm sorry.
All that swamp shit, when you're not from the area, it starts to blend together as northerners.
Well, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3 specifically.
yeah, that was that was the real weird one. Saw his family, guys.
The Lamp is family.
The
I
lamp
guess.
is family. Well, it was in the family. We're gonna find out
in the family. Yeah.
it's gonna leave the family. Because these hillbilly guys, they pull up. They're like, "You sure this woman's got money?" He's like, "I bring her groceries every week. Yeah, she's loaded.
She's loaded. She's got piles of cash.
Yeah. He's never seen this cash, by the way. He's just jumping to a lot of conclusions because she lives in a big house. That's fair.
I mean, I
Not
think
the first time a movie dumpster that's happened.
I mean, I think that's fair. Plus, like all the stuff that's in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's got like a house similar to what's his face, Dean Stockwell in Dunwich Horror. It
Oh
looks
yeah,
like that.
100%. Yeah,
It's decked
he
out.
lives down the road.
Yeah. We get another parrot, Joe. We didn't have just a parrot in fucking My Mom's Aware of It. I was at a pet store. Kind of made sense. This woman just got this fucking 30, 40-year-old parrot hanging out downstairs, welcoming guests.
I got news for you. That parrot, after this woman dies, that's going to fucking Casa de Pets, man. That's where that is.
The timeline in the MDU
Yeah.
is fluent.
John
It's all
Saxon
over.
rescued the bird.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, they're breaking into this woman's house to find the money, which again, just references another movie. I thought of Don't Breathe, another one. They're like, they're old. Who cares if they wake up? Who gives a shit?
We'll fucking kill him.
Yeah, well, Don't Breathe, that didn't work out for him in that sense either.
No.
But yeah, they're like, all right, stop making so much noise as they're smashing everything.
Dude.
The birds yelling.
Yeah, let's keep it down. And they're like, there's like shots of them that's like grabbing bullshit and like stuffing their sacks with it. I'm like, go get the money. What are you
This
fucking around?
candlestick's amazing. Every time they smash it, it cuts back to the old lady like in bed, like almost waking up.
This candlestick's gonna go well with my feng shui of my trailer home.
By the way, I don't know if this is her fucking origin. It's an old lady. You probably know where I'm going with this, but this looks like Granny Van Dam pre-wheelchair.
I think that, we were talking about Djinn getting trapped in vessels and things like this. I think this is one of
Right.
Granny Van Dam's vessels.
I think this is when she actually ascended. This might have been the moment.
You think so?
Well, let's get to it first.
Okay.
But she, of course, wakes up because they're making a fucking racket in her house.
Yeah, they go upstairs and
Maybe
like,
that's where the money is. Let's check in her
let's
room.
go upstairs, and they grab an axe and they go up there.
She just has that lying around.
Yeah, and I guess she's chopping firewood or some
Maybe.
shit.
She leaves all the lights on.
Yeah.
So.
And they go up there and they like wake this woman out of bed. They're like beating her up. They're like, "Where's the fucking cash, lady? Where's the cash?"
He goes, I'm going to smash this axe into your fucking head if you don't tell me. And she's just mumbling the whole time.
So he ends up like hitting the axe through like this wall. He like takes this whole wall down and he finds this chest. And guess what's inside?
The lamp.
The lamp TM.
Yeah. And then he's like, you held out on us, bitch.
He's like, "Look at this! There's no cash. It's just the lamp." Like, okay.
Made of brass, by the way, which
Yeah.
is expensive, but it's not a gold bar.
No, and it's not anything you can't spend.
Let's
like you
pawn this.
Like you got to hawk that shit, right?
Yeah.
So, so the old lady is like, "No, don't do that or whatever." So he fucking takes his axe and just cracks her in the fucking head and just plants it right in the
I
middle of her
couldn't
dome.
believe it.
Yeah, there's a big blood spray and everything.
They don't
great.
show it, and I'm like, all right, blood spray, love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're gonna keep looking around the house while he's figuring out how to open this damn thing. And
Why
this-
don't you rub it?
That's what they do in all the movies. Yeah, fucking rub it. He ain't got nothing to
You
rub.
got nothing to rub.
So they're already starting off with the dark comedy. They're already scratching an itch I like scratched.
Yeah. So Harley rubs his fucking lamp, and
But he rubs it like this. He's like,
he's stroking his dong
it's like
along.
he's petting a cat. He's not even really trying. How does that count?
I don't know, but I love how this happens because the genie doesn't pop out.
Yeah.
Like there's a claw that's holding this gem on
That
the
is
end.
so cool.
And
the
it
hand
and it
gem.
twists, like it's almost like unscrewing, and then it pops out.
And I love that because it's an audio gag. I don't know what the right term. We always talk about visual gags. Yeah,
Yeah.
the squeaking.
Yeah.
Because later you'll just hear that shit and you'll know it's activating.
Yeah.
Great setup for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but while the other two are downstairs cracking open the 100-year-old champagne that apparently tastes like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're not a connoisseur and you're used to drinking like fucking Pabst or
Yeah,
Bud Light
Pabst.
or some shit.
Meanwhile, the other guy's still trying to open this fucking thing upstairs, and the smoke starts enveloping him.
It's awesome. Like he takes the gem out, and
Yeah,
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
smoke comes out and possesses the old lady, and her
green
eyes like
eyes?
glow green.
This movie, just on a side note, is going to come up a few times. We covered this one over on Video Villa with our friend Logan.
Yeah.
The Keep.
Keep, yeah.
Did a similar thing. People,
Similar.
I don't remember if they were possessed, but the green eyes specifically, I remember, and a few other things later in this movie that you probably know where I'm going with
Yeah,
it. But
I mean, it makes me think of Ghoulies.
Ghoulies
as well because
when he gets possessed.
well,
or when
yeah.
he does the ritual. I
yeah,
guess.
when he does the ritual, but like those are contacts with like a black light.
Oh my God.
This is like rotoscope green.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
She's got the fucking axe still embedded in her head,
Dude.
and she grabs him from like above her and pulls him into her axe head thing.
Dude, and impales his face onto her face with the axe in it. It's like a double-headed axe. It's awesome.
It looks amazing.
Yeah, it's so cool.
And then this thing in this POV shot.
Oh man, this genie POV like zooms outside and like goes into the pool because like now
They go outside the pool, yeah.
The other two are like skinny dipping or whatever. And you see like the smoke come up and
Yep.
it grabs him by the feet and like pulls him down. And he's like grabbing the side of the thing and the motherfucker gets ripped in half.
And then she gets kind of lifted almost like out of like a poltergeist or something. I mean,
Well,
it's a genie.
she runs back into the house almost
yeah.
like barely, mostly buck ass
Yeah,
naked.
yeah. But it grabs her, it like lifts her up from off camera, and there's like electricity shooting off everywhere. Like,
I love the way these scenes are shot because we're blasting smoke and air and her hair's flying all over the place and there's lights and there's like electricity and like she's lifting off the ground and she's being like choked by something invisible. It's fucking awesome. It's really cool.
Super well done.
Yeah.
One hell of a good cold open, and that's like at least the full cut. It's like the first 15, 20. You're
Yeah.
like, holy shit. I said to Joe, I was like, oh, I thought the whole movie would be like in this Dunwich horror house, like the
Yeah.
Spencer Mansion.
Yeah.
No, that's just a setup.
Yeah.
We gotta get this lamp to the next victim.
It's great though, the way that like they do that.
Yeah,
How it travels, you know.
And then our favorite trope on this show.
The cops.
2 in a row, for fuck's sakes. Yeah, the cops. These guys, they're not talking about donuts this time, but they're complaining about sandwiches. I gave you that sandwich 5 minutes ago. You never gave it to me. You ate it. Oh, okay. Well, let's go to lunch. Chicken or pizza? I don't like pizza. I'll get Mexican or something like that. It's just some banter.
Peter Reigert's there eating fucking Pez. I don't know.
Yeah, John Goodman's at the dining table eating chud. He's there for one scene. I don't know. But they go in there. They kind of surveyed the scene. They're like, oh my God, what the hell happened? Did the old lady do this? Did they do this? Did she pay them to do this?
I don't know. What's this? Oh, it's a lamp. Huh. Just put the cap back on that and, I don't know, put it in a yard sale or something?
Well, it's
An
like an estate
estate
sale.
sale?
Yeah. And the museum ends up getting it
Yeah.
along with a bunch of other shit. But yeah, they just have no clue. They're not even trying to solve this one. Well, old lady went crazy. That's it. She clearly did all this.
Case closed. We're out of here.
We'll be back in the last 5.
So there's like an estate sale clean out, I guess, because the lamp shows up in a box of shit at the Museum of Natural Science in Texas.
Yep.
And we get introduced to Dr. Wallace and Alex Wallace. And Dr. Wallace is the kind of like the curator of the museum, and he's a scientist there. And Alex is his daughter.
Yep. Yeah, she pops in. She's eating like a fucking Burger King Whopper or something. They don't show it, but
Some
you can
shit.
kind of tell.
Yeah, it's there.
The rapper. He's like, why are you putting that poison in your body, honey? He's like, I gave you money for real food. She's like, who gives a shit? It's my money.
Yeah, I'm
He's
gonna
like,
eat
oh, I'm
this-
responsible for it.
I'm going to eat this quarter pounder.
And the whole point is that they're trying to show that there's some animosity built because they say mom left. I guess it's implied she passed away, obviously. But
Yeah.
dad's not handling it well, and daughter doesn't seem to realize that. But it's created this tension where he's not around. He's just kind of poured it all into his work. And his daughter's like, well, what the fuck about me? You're never home. You're
Yeah.
like, I can't cook and clean and do everything.
Well, he's also kind of seeing somebody else that we'll talk about, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
he's not paying attention to her. They're not spending time together. They're not going like out to dinner and stuff. And he's
He's
just like
neglecting everybody to a point.
yeah. And he's just kind of a real dick. And then he kind of makes up for it by like, hey, let's go out to dinner.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll be right back. Don't touch the fucking lamp that we just had.
But the crux of that all is we also meet his assistant, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
This older gentleman who's good at like the translating.
Theo.
Theo, excuse me, not Tony. Different guy.
Theo.
He'll be on the show eventually.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about this shit. He's very famous. In that scene, the lamp is on the table and they have that argument and she gets a little too hot. Alex, and she says, you know what, Dad? I almost sometimes wish I didn't have a dad. I wish you were dead. And there's like an awkward pause, and Dad looks so defeated, and she realizes, that's a bridge too far. I didn't mean that. Sorry, Dad, but there's a genie at play, guys. The hand starts squeaking. They also do this POV shot where it sees like everybody.
It looks through like the little gem.
Like a Pokeball or something.
It looks through the gem and like it's all red and stuff like that. So it's really cool. It almost like chooses her, kind of.
It kind of does.
Because she while Dad's out of the room, she like rifles through the box some more and finds that bracelet,
which we then realize is an activator or control device.
Yeah, pretty much. You become the keeper of the lamp when you wear that bracelet, which had been on the old woman, and when she died, it fell off of her.
Right. They made a point to show that it like clipped off her when she passed.
You cannot take this off unless you die. So she puts this bracelet on and she can't get it off.
Embarrassing as hell, especially as a kid. You're not even supposed to touch this shit. So she just kind of hides it under her sleeve. Like, all right, Dad, let's go to lunch.
So before he leaves, like he tells Theo that Theo says he wants to study it, decipher it, and see what all the shit is. Like, is it just another lamp? Could it be an exhibit or anything like that? And there's this sound that comes along with the bracelet. It's like a jingling sound.
Which I didn't think they could hear in the movie, but at the end it's brought up again, and it's like, oh, I thought that was just a sound effect. They can hear that?
I think she can.
Oh, okay.
Because she's got the bracelet on.
Like the magic pixels going off or something.
Yeah.
Fairy dust or some shit.
It's like stuff's happening. Djinn's happening.
Yeah.
Djinn happens or whatever.
Djinn happens. There you go.
Yeah. And before she leaves, of course, she rubs it. So now she's the now she becomes the keeper of the Djinn.
Oh, she can't help herself. It's too cool. Like,
right there.
Which... There's a slight plot hole at the end, I feel like, because she makes that wish before she rubs it to put the bracelet on, but let's not split hairs here,
I think the
Sean.
genie's just listening, and he's like, how can I use this to my advantage?
Right, it's his excuse for all the carnage.
For all the carnage.
Oh, you said so.
Your wish is my command, keeper.
Yeah, but they go to lunch, and then the genie like kind of hangs out by himself for a minute.
Yeah, he's still trapped in the lamp.
He can't do shit.
And there's like all these great scenes where like he almost comes out, but he doesn't quite get there until the plot says he's allowed to come out.
Still, it makes sense.
Yeah. So we get a little bit of like home life stuff. Dad's like burning toast and like fucking up the coffee and stuff. It's like clearly this guy
is never there.
Can't even like function correctly in a kitchen.
His daughter's like, oh, you're one of the most forthcoming archaeologists in the world. He's like, yeah, I never said I was a wizard with toast and coffee, kid.
He burns it and it like drops on the floor. Like could have set the house on fire.
Oh, he steps on it. Yeah, stepping on open flame on toast. Holy shit.
Oh, Dad.
Worked for his paycheck that day.
You're so funny, Dad.
Oh, don't forget, you have that museum tour at my museum later.
With your whole class in high school.
And that teacher, you're like, Miss Eve's gonna be there. Oh, is she?
Miss Eve's gonna be there. Okay, well, sign me up.
Yeah, like you didn't fucking set it up with her just to see her.
Seriously.
Right. More for the audience.
That was the whole thing, yeah. So her boyfriend Teddy picks her up, and they're driving along, and they're going back and forth.
You think he's gonna be a stereotypical jock because they have him with the nice convertible.
Yeah.
He's wearing the plaid shirt.
He's a
nice guy, though.
He's actually fine.
He doesn't play the stereotype you're expecting.
But Tony and Mike are the scumbags, and Mike...
Here's Tony. This one's less famous.
Yeah.
These guys are like the redheads.
Yeah,
They're pissed at those fuckers. We stick together.
Well, Mike is her ex-boyfriend, and he's a real piece of shit. And he's like rich. His like dad is like the governor or some shit, or like owns a town or whatever.
Well, he's channeling Henry Bowers from It Hardcore.
He is fucking Henry Bowers through and through in this movie. So he's like riding up on them, trying to like run them off the road.
Oh yeah,
and it's awesome because they end up having like this chase, and they trap him between like a cop car and a stoplight. And the cops come out and they like arrest. He's like, get out of the car, and they like arrest him. And she like gets out of the car and she like gives him the finger. It's great.
And it, like the cop says to like Mike's friend, like, you just stand there. And the guy's like, all right.
Okay.
Then we go to the school and we get a little bit of that where we meet Eve. What is her, Miss Fennel or something like that?
Eve something or other.
Yeah, the teacher that the dad's infatuated with.
But Mike we don't meet her quite yet because Mike throws Alex into the fucking locker. Like he's beating
Oh,
up
that's
this.
before that,
He's like
okay.
beating up this
Yeah, oh
girl
my
like in this
God.
locker room. I'm like, what the fucking nobody's gonna step in and
You're
kick
right.
this guy's ass.
That's important, yeah, because that's
Yeah.
how the teacher gets introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was like, no one steps in. Like, one guy kind of started to before the boyfriend
Yeah.
did, but for like 10 seconds, he's just pummeling this
Dude,
chick.
I love this scene so much because it's so fucking insane. He comes up and he's like smacking her around and throwing her against the thing, the locker, and then the boyfriend comes up, Teddy comes up,
Throws a few punches.
and like punches fucking Mike, punches the other dude, and then they like grab him and they're like hitting him again, but then he like spears them both into a fucking locker.
Well, okay, this is why it's important that this scene happens before the lesson on Dracula, because I didn't realize this was a teacher. At first, you know,
Yeah.
the actors, you can't always tell sometimes if
Yeah.
they're supposed to be a teenager
Sure.
or an adult. She comes in with this pool stick. Mike!
Well, Mike comes out with a butterfly knife and he's
Yeah.
about to cut Teddy,
That's
and then
true.
out of nowhere she comes out of nowhere with a fucking like pool stick and like whacks it out of his hand.
Whacks him, grabs her from behind, flips him over at the dick area.
Dude, it's great.
Lands on his back. I'm like, holy shit, this chick's got some nuts, for, if you will.
Yeah.
And you find out it's Eve, the teacher. You're like, oh, she's getting fired. But this
And then-
guy's so racist and such a problem, no one cares.
Like the fucking cops come in and like pick him. He's like Billy Bad from Tammy and the T-Rex.
A little
he, like,
bit, yeah.
He like picks him up and they like go to take him out, and he's talking to the principal. And the principal's a black dude, and he's like, what are you gonna do, N-word? You
hard
you-
R, yeah. And the principal's like, you want me to teach you a lesson about black power?
He's like, I'm gonna teach you about some black power, motherfucker, because I'm gonna beat the shit out you all around this locker room.
Yeah, and then he like
He's like, oh, okay.
well, he gets scared, but I think he says like one more thing. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He says it like racist.
Before I mop the floor with your ugly white ass, he
Yeah,
says.
and then the cops take him because he's just not going to learn anything.
He's basically and he's literally Henry Bowers here because he vamps about like, I'm gonna get you all, I'm gonna kill you
Yeah.
all, you're gonna get it.
You're gonna
You know?
get it.
Yeah.
Specifically calls out the
Yeah.
principal and his daughter, who's their friend.
I'm gonna bury you.
Yeah, it literally.
I'll kill you
He
all.
kind of looks like the '80s version of that.
Yeah.
And they should have taken some fucking notes in the damn remake. Oh, look at this movie over here. They kind of nailed it.
I also love this part too because it's it's like the classroom and they're sitting there
Yeah.
and they're having like a history lesson, and I thought it was such a great way to kind of slip in the stuff with the Djinn because they're talking about Vlad the
Dracula,
Impaler.
yeah.
They're talking about Dracula and they're talking about like myth and how myth is actually based on fact. And then Alex is like, what about a genie? And they're like, actually, you're right. It's based on the Djinn. And they like give like a small backstory about what Djinn are and all that kind of
And
stuff. So I thought that was cool.
That was probably the most unrealistic part of the movie because nobody in the class yelled out, "Who gives a fuck?" But yeah, no, I like that a lot. And then she's explaining it all, and then like the bell rings, of course. And she's, we have the appointment at 12. The
Don't
clown
don't
strip,
forget, we're
too."
going on the field trip to the museum
Yeah, her father set it up. He was so nice about it.
where Alex's dad works.
Yeah, that I want to fuck. I may have already.
It's possible.
It's private. So then everyone leaves, and Alex just kind of sitting there, like, stewing on this genie shit. And she's like, everything okay, Alex? Oh yeah, I'm
good.
fine.
I'm good. Meanwhile, Mike is like outside plotting to
His revenge.
he's plotting his revenge to go to the museum and get revenge somehow.
She dumped me 6 months ago. I'll never let this go. Like, holy shit,
Okay.
move on.
So yeah, we find out Eve and Mark are seeing each other because we go to the museum and
Yeah,
the kids
yeah.
are there, and she's like, "Oh, Mark, thank you so much for doing this and showing me all this stuff."
They're just making out. They, like, step behind a column or
Yeah.
something. They don't even try that hard.
Well, they're talking about getting married,
He goes,
so I think that's
"Oh,
pretty cool. And like Alex is fine with it. you
I
know?
like how it's presented though,
Yeah.
because Dad's kind of just like, let's keep this going. Like, let's make this a permanent thing. She's like, are you proposing to me? He's like, let's just say it's a request to make a proposal.
Can we go out to dinner because I've been so busy and neglecting this for too long?
Yeah, which is, I kind of love that.
Yeah.
They're older. They want to just get right to it.
Sure.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have this tour they got to get through.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the other guy, Theo, comes back and he's like, hey, boss, I got to talk to you. This is kind of important.
By the way, I chemically dated this fucking lamp to 3500 BC.
So it's definitely worth something.
It's definitely worth something, and he finds out that the inscription on it is some type of curse. It's a cursed object, basically.
Yeah, and Dad's like, we have so many of those. It's such a thing.
And he's like, no, that's cool. That'll bring people to the museum to check out.
He's like, I knew you'd write it off, but it is very old, so
Yeah.
at least consider that. He's like,
Yeah.
all right.
Well, he also, which I believe is snipped, is like an added scene. It's like an extended scene, but I believe it's added where he takes the picture out of the Arab woman.
Oh, he
and the
does.
daughter.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, this is tied to it. So it's a whole story we can tell about the
Yeah.
lamp.
He's like, look here, get the magnifying glass. You
Yeah.
see that behind him?
Yeah,
He's like,
there
this was
it is.
1909. And he's like, they make the decision that they got to research him more because even though he laughs off the curse, maybe. So let's look into it some more.
Well, they want to turn it into an exhibit. So it's kind of like the relic kind of thing with like the mud one stuff and all that.
100%.
John Whitney and his leaves with the hormones on it, turning him into a fucking monster.
Yep.
You know the whole deal.
And classic horror movie trope. Theo, he's got to go pick his grandson up. Don't miss me. Yeah, he's not going to die, right?
No.
Look, just drop this off in my office on the way out.
Well, in the interim,
Yeah.
Alex, here's a jingle of her bracelet again, and she's called to the office where the lamp is, and she ends up rubbing it again, and this is where we get the final releasing of the Djinn. And it's really fucking.
Shot.
It's really. Oh, dude, it shoots. It's really cool.
Kongdar was laughing for sure.
Welcome to the Genie.
He's in there somehow. What was he originally supposed to be? A Sphinx something or other?
Griffazor, man.
Griffazor?
From
before they neutered the shit out of him for America?
Yeah, pretty much something like that. Well, he didn't speak for a long time. In the
he?
Sentai series, he got his voice back. It was a whole thing.
Oh my god.
He didn't have his wings and shit. Bandora fucked him real good.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I gotta revisit that eventually.
Super Sentai.
Yeah.
And again, I want to stress the fact that like these effects are really simple, but they're so effective.
The hair blowing back,
the hair
smoke,
blowing back, the smoke, the lights,
the dark room.
It's just so awesome.
It almost looked like when Petey Wheatstraw gives like his monologue.
Kind
There's no
of.
giant cauldron in front of him, but a lot of shots from that.
I'm Petey Wheatstraw.
Or those scenes from that movie too, where they see like the devil and it's black all behind. A lot of movies do it, but that specifically came to mind.
It just feels good.
Yeah.
And it looks great, all cleaned up on the disc.
And I feel like it's also supposed to represent that this is the moment she becomes possessed.
Well, you get your first kind of full look at the Djinn. Here, and
briefly,
it's super brief, but you see it for what it is, and it's really awesome. And then possesses her.
The smoke and everything goes into her.
That is a part of Djinn lore. You know,
we've talked about it, and they showed it in the movie. They even talked about it briefly when she's asked in the class how they could possess people or items, and they come as a beast sometimes. So it's not like out of the left field. It's like, shit, they set this up the whole time. And if you know anything about possession movies, the person possessed isn't going to know they're fucking possessed until it's too late. So they're acting normal otherwise.
Right, but specifically the Keeper, because I don't think it can possess other people.
Sure.
Only her.
In this instance, yeah. It can possess inanimate objects or people that are dead, apparently.
Right.
But,
so it possesses her and basically tricks all the kids into being like, we're going to stay here for the night.
Because they have that idea, like every other movie's Chopping Mall and everything else.
Yeah, it's very
Wouldn't
Chopping
it be
Mall.
fun? Which I thought, okay, I actually like museums, so if I could walk around, I'm fucking all, I mean, I'd also want to have sex, but I want to look at this shit.
Yeah.
But I'm like, what the fuck are they going to do here? Later we find out, I'm like, oh, okay, so it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. There's in the basement hanging out, fucking. All right, sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
But I'm like, at the museum? That's the hangout?
well, because like her dad has access.
It works,
It's even
actually.
like it's almost like a sorority babes the slime ball Bolorama kind of thing too.
I'm just saying, I feel like it shouldn't work, but it does.
Well, you have like a mall that's closed off, or like elves we were talking about. Like
elves too.
You know, you're in these places. What do they call them? There's a term that they use now for spaces like that where there's like nobody around. And it's like an old mall or like an old movie theater
like
or something.
Abandoned or...
And like you're just like hanging out at them.
Yeah. You're just
I forget
you're
what
chilling.
it's called.
There's a specific term.
It's like the back rooms. That term is like coined from.
Got you. Okay. Yeah. Regardless, that's the plan.
Yeah.
And they keep asking her, "Are you sure this is okay?" But now that she's been possessed, she's like, it's not a big deal. I'll tell my dad. I'll handle. She keeps changing her story. I'll tell my dad. I'll handle it. Oh, it's handled. And her boyfriend's like, I don't know about this.
What are you talking about? And she's like, what do you mean? It's going to be fun. Like, let's just do it.
And like all the boys are kind of like, well, we want to have sex, but this is weird. All the girls are like, we don't care. We just want to get laid.
What's pretty great is like they're all reluctant to be there, which is kind of funny.
That's why I think it works so well, though.
They're like, we're going to get in trouble. Like, aren't there cameras? Aren't there all this shit? And she's like, don't worry about it.
I'll take care of it. And then, of course, we get the reveal that the two shitheads have followed them the whole time.
And they're like, they're like
Harry and Marv in Home Alone 2, man. We're going to hide in these little houses.
5 floors of cash.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like hiding in like a fucking boat or some shit.
They're like, we're going to get them when the lights go off.
Which I think was cut out of the original release. I think that's like an extended scene
Really?
where they're like doing coke.
They are, yeah.
They're like snorting coke and they're like, we're going to get those motherfuckers tonight. Oh, it's going to be great.
The larger part is the reveal. Because, the field trip ends. They all go to leave. And Alex tells the teacher, oh, my dad's going to take me home. But she tells her dad, well, my boyfriend's going to take me home. So her dad and the teacher are going to have that hot date at 8:30.
Yeah.
So he rushes out of there, not thinking anything of it. And she kind of hangs back knowing, well, there's just 2 security guards and I don't know how to work these guys, and starts her plan.
Yeah. And meanwhile, what happens to Theo? He goes back to the office.
Oh God, right? Yeah, in the interim,
And he's like,
right.
"Oh, I thought I turned this thing off." And he sees that
He's like, "Oh, my grandson's waiting for me. Any minute now, I'm gonna leave."
The lamp is open, and he's like, "What the fuck happened?" And then he starts hearing all this crazy shit, and he's looking around.
Well, he does pick up the jewel, which was a very strange thing. He's like, "Ah, beautiful," and I'm like, "Okay,
Huh.
is this his excuse to die? He took the jewel
So,
out."
so the
This
Djinn,
nice old man
so the Djinn comes flying in, invisible, and like picks him up,
and the fan
and
speeds
the fan is like speeding up.
like Fear of Flying,
Oh,
Tales from the Dark
dude,
Side.
it's great.
Same
and,
fan.
And the Djinn fucking pushes this guy's head into the fan and like cuts it off.
It looks great.
It's awesome.
You
and
don't
then
even
like,
need to see
and then
just
like
the
all the
blood.
research on the desk is like sets on fire. So like they can't trace it because he like had traced it back to the Arab woman, and he
Right.
talks about finding like the manifest for the ship and how the captain was decapitated and all
Yep.
that stuff for the lamp.
We do find out later that he may have entered some of that information into the computer,
Yeah.
but that doesn't matter because no one knows his fucking password.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, they just assume he went to go pick up his grandson. They don't think anything of it. And then, it's just those guards are left. The one guy eating juju bees, not really paying attention.
And the other fucking guy who's like practicing opera.
Yeah,
great.
that was funny. It's like, oh, this guy had this talent when he got hired. Fuck
Yeah.
it, let's make it part of the
Oh, your
character.
singing's doing. You're really good with that. It's coming along nicely.
It felt realistic. I feel like that's something someone would really do. A security job, you're bored, just singing.
Also, it's great that he sings because you know when he's coming.
Know when he's come. Yeah, another audio
Yeah.
gag.
Cue. Yeah.
And they hear him. They've broken in at this point. Alex lets them in. She gives like the guard watching the camera some bullshit excuse to leave for a minute.
Yeah. Well,
Dad needs help in the basement.
yeah,
I'm not
go-
really supposed to leave, but okay.
go check it out. Okay, lets all her friends in. And like after that, she leaves and goes downstairs and like opens this gate to the basement because like if they
Because it auto locks or something.
Because like if they go in the basement, there's no cameras down there and they can just hang out. It's no big deal.
Right, that's the plan. Yeah.
So as she's going to do that, like all the doors lock and all the lights shut off and shit. And that's like all like from the Genie.
Yeah, I like that. And she misses all that. Well, I guess she's possessed. She wouldn't even notice either way. And they all go in there. They sneak past the singing guy, and they make their way to the basement. And she this is where she starts to be like, well, my dad doesn't know, but it's fine. And they're like, what the fuck? We wouldn't have come then. I'm going to get expelled. This is bullshit. Well,
Like,
you're already here.
It's fine. We're going in the basement. So she lets them all into the basement, and Mike can't get in there yet. So she shuts the door, and he's like, fuck, the goddamn door's locked. Well, the Djinn is still possessing her, so she walks back up and like opens the door a little bit.
Open sesame.
Open sesame.
You should have said that.
Yeah. And as soon as she gets downstairs and reconvenes with all the kids, it like stops possessing her, and she's like, what the hell? Where am I? And they're like, we're in the museum. What are you talking about? She's like, why are we here? Oh, well, let's just hang out and party.
I guess it has to go out and kill people, but that was kind of stupid. I'm like, all right,
Yeah.
plot convenience, sure.
I mean, that's fine, but it makes sense because she's possessed.
No, yeah,
You know?
it actually does work. I just was like, the timing of it leaving her body was like, all right, right. The rest of the movie has to happen, right?
Oh, right. Well, it was on purpose.
Yeah,
of course.
yeah. And then it starts floating through the fucking hallway looking for someone to kill.
It's great. And like Babs, they're like having beers and they're all talking, and like Babs opens a beer, like sprays all over her. So
Yeah.
she's like, I gotta take a shower.
Don't blame her.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think to bring a second set of clothes, right?
Yeasty stink of beer all over you.
She's like, oh yeah, there's a bathroom they use sometimes, but it's kind of gross. She's like, what do you mean gross? It's in the back of an inspection lab.
A specimen lab.
Specimen lab.
It's like the fucking bath that's in the relic upstairs
yeah.
where what's her face hides from the cathedral.
Yeah, you put your feet and your hands in there to wash them after you touch
Yeah.
formaldehyde and all this
I
shit.
guess
You don't
so,
go
yeah.
in there and take a fucking bubble bath.
Yeah, you don't fill up that tub
Up to
and
the
like
neck.
and then put your ass and everything in it.
I hope Freddy Krueger's hand doesn't come out of this water. Oh, snakes though? Shit, didn't think of that. But before that,
that's such a cool thing.
it is. I'm just joking.
So-
But they go in there. She's got to clean herself off. They pass the snakes and formaldehyde her and her boyfriend.
Yeah, and it's cool because so they're all in separate rooms. So
Yeah,
now
yeah.
all the couples split up. There's 3 couples. So Terry and Gwen go into one room. Babs and her boyfriend go into the other room, and Alex and Teddy are in one room. And then Mike like goes around and locks everybody into their rooms.
Right, and he even ties a couple doors
He
together.
like ties the doors together. I'm like, what the fuck is the end game with this guy?
Well, he's a
We'll-
racist
we'll-
piece of shit.
We'll
is the end
we'll
game.
find out what happens. But
I've been sliding for 6 months.
so Babs is filling up this bath, and she's like, "Oh, go get me a beer." So her boyfriend goes to go out, and the Djinn comes in and fucking bends this motherfucker in half, and it's awesome.
Sounds like an accordion
Dude,
fucking going.
It is great.
She's like, you're not peeking right. His like body's like hanging off to the
his body's
side.
like in half. It's great.
And that's when the snakes come alive.
Which is really cool because like the Djinn brings all the snakes to life in the formaldehyde, and they all slither out and they go into the bathtub. And
that was the most like Wishmaster.
Oh, yeah, but they bite the living shit out of her.
I thought she had it the worst until another character gets it worse later in a different way. When I was like, holy shit, everyone else just gets killed. This chick's getting the shit bait out of her by cobras and pythons.
So this is that weird thing where I was talking about there's like weird small cuts made. So like...
Oh, is it one of the scenes?
Yeah, there's like some shots of like snakes biting her or snakes opening their mouth and stuff that are like trimmed out of it.
Huh. It was
Again,
impressive.
R-rated cut, but like it doesn't really take anything away from it at all. I think it's still just as effective, but just so you know.
I mean, the cut I saw, they bit the shit out of her.
Oh yeah, they bite her face and they like, fuck her up real good.
The camera angles are perfect. The cutting back and forth between, I'm assuming, a dummy or someone that knows how to handle them and her.
And it's so cool because she's all full of poison. She like gets up and like grabs the shower curtain and just like falls over through it and dead. Yeah.
And then the one friend, I forget everybody's names, apologies, but the black couple, Terry goes out to get a drink for his girlfriend.
Yeah, Gwen's like, I'm thirsty. And he's like, we're just about to fucking flip it and stick it and see you later. Bye. What do you mean?
And then he goes out, all right, I'll get the drink. He says, I don't want to do it, but I'll do it. And then he goes to go get the drink from Ross and the girl who just got killed doesn't know. He goes in there, he sees the bodies, and he's like, he's like freaking out naturally. But the snake crawls up his fucking leg. Bites him on the dick.
Yeah. He fucking just dies. Like, that's it. He's done.
What are you going to do, right? King Cobra to the penis, you're done. And then, of course, Mike and his goon are watching this. They're thrilled. I don't think they realize they're all dead. I think he just thinks they're having sex
they're like,
or something.
Or locked in together. So like,
they hear it. They're like, oh, they're getting it on good now.
Now, and what's-his-face is locked in there. So they, like, take these tribal masks. Well, Mike has a tribal mask, and Tony has, like, this, like, torture mask that he puts on. It's like a metal helmet with, like, a screw thing. And they go into the fucking where Gwen and Terry are, and Gwen has like put on this like dress she saw.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this Ming Dynasty kind of thing.
I don't know what it is. Some kind of
Chinese dress.
Some kind of pretty dress or whatever.
The hat and everything she's got on.
And these fucking guys walk into this room in just the masks and their fucking black tighty whities.
Yeah. It's pretty scary.
It's
scariest moment of the movie.
It's scary. One of the scariest moments in the movie. And they end up raping this girl, pretty much.
They certainly try. I think the one guy may have actually succeeded.
He did, especially in the
you see his ass
uncut version.
His dick's got to be in vagina or damn close.
It's touching it for sure.
They did this in The Keep. They do this in so many movies. It usually bothers me. For some reason, this one, I was kind of okay with it. The entity or the bad guy kills the rapist.
Yeah.
Of course I want them to die, but I'm just like, I hate this trope. Why does the entity got to do it? But that's the movie.
Well,
it
wasn't a trope yet. You got to remember that.
I know.
You got to remember that.
You're right. I don't know. Just something over the years, I'm just like, all right, I like that they died, but why did they have to get the rape
It makes it a better scene.
It does.
It makes it a better scene, and not that I like that,
but
it adds weight to the scene.
It does, and that's what I was thinking about after. I was like, why do I not like this? I was like, well, because it's hard to watch.
Yeah, right. So, but it's so cool because the fucking Djinn picks up dude with like the metal helmet and like
his head.
No, dude, it like twists the helmet so like it squishes his fucking head and like
saw trap.
Blood's coming out of it, and then it like lifts him up and twists his fucking head all the way around. It's awesome.
And then Mike again either got it in or is pulling it out while this poor woman's
He's like,
screaming.
"What the fuck?"
No, he gets it good.
They the Djinn like takes his mask because it has like horns on it and like throws it into him and like sticks him right in his stomach.
And then we don't see what happens to Gwen. There's kind of a poltergeist moment where the wind's blowing and she's screaming. Did they show her body? Because I know at one point Alex does open the door and she sees the other guy's dead, but I couldn't pick out the girl particularly.
I don't think we ever see her again.
I was assuming she's killed by the Genie.
Like off screen.
After
it killed those two guys and then came after her and she's done.
Yeah, like we don't need to see that.
I think it might be an audio thing that you hear like
maybe
squishing or breaking or something.
Because they do hear her screaming and that's why they get up.
Yeah, and they're like, "What was that?"
And they run out and they see the carnage. Oh my God! What the what could have happened? They go to the other door. They see more carnage. Why is this tied together? Now they realize something's seriously wrong, and we cut back.
Meanwhile, Dad's proposing to Miss Farrell.
Right. And they're chit-chatting, and then they finally find out, oh, she told you she went here? She told me this?
Alex lied to them both.
They kind of have a little laugh about it, like, parents are shit they deal with. But then it becomes serious because now Dad can't reach them.
Yeah, and now Alex and Teddy, they find all their friends dead.
Yeah.
I mean, Mike and Tony, fuck them, but everybody else is
Yeah,
dead.
well, dead bodies regardless.
Yeah, and they're locked in, but Dad and Eve show up, and they're trying to get in. They're banging on the door. They're like, Alex, let us in, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, also, another kill we forgot to talk about because it's great.
Yeah.
The singing guy. He finds Theo.
Oh, dude, that's such a good scene. I'm sorry, we skipped over that.
That was right out of Trilogy of Terror, the second one, so they
Yeah.
must have seen this movie. The spear floating in the air
Oh,
and it hits him.
my God.
And you think that's going to be it. They're just going to cut. It holds on him while this blood just comes out
Dude,
of the tip of the
it's
spear.
so good because the Djinn picks up the spear
Yeah,
and
yeah.
goes to go at him and puts it on his throat.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, holy shit. And he pulls it back. And then he's like, and then it fucking just rams him right in the chest through the glass. It's awesome.
That might be, besides the one we're about to get to, that might be my favorite
it's
kill.
a really good kill.
Because then, as Dad, like you said, Dad's trying to get in, the security guard won't open the door, and we see the security guard is like, his face is all cut up, the juju bees are smashing his face, he's dead.
The Djinn killed him with his own junk food.
Yeah.
And then the Djinn's like, open sesame, and lets the dad and Eve
literally.
in. Yeah.
It says it. There's a subtitle and everything.
Yeah. Now they're all locked in together.
And, they're running, oh my God, Dad, oh my God, everyone's dead, oh my God.
This is also one of my favorite scenes because early in the movie...
They set it up.
Yeah, earlier in the movie, Dad's talking about this mummy that they found and how it was buried upside down and all this horrible shit. So Ted and Alex run past it, and the mummy grabs Ted.
It's possessed.
And bites his fingers off, and then grabs Ted and bites him on the neck and rips his throat out.
Full zombie.
It's really fucking great.
Because I was thinking about that for a while. Like, when the hell are they going to get back to that? When they're going to get back?
Yeah.
And then it was just enough time that I finally fucking forgot, and they nail you.
Paid off in spades.
That's what you got to do, right? I was shocked when his fingers got bitten off. I was like, oh my God, they're killing him?
So
neck bite? Oh, he's done.
So Ted is done.
Yeah.
So now it's just Alex, Dad, and Eve, and now the Djinn shows up in full force.
Full effect.
This is the full reveal. He looks amazing. This is a real 13-foot animatronic genie that was built for this movie. There's no miniatures or anything. He is that big.
And then they ruined it by putting marbles in the voice actor's mouth. Say all your lines with marbles in your mouth, sir.
Dude. I almost shit because I thought it was Frank Welker.
It does have that kind of cadence when he goes real guttural.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Is this Frank? It turns out it wasn't Frank.
They're trying to go for Frank's cadence.
Jackson Boswick is the guy's name who does the voice.
Does he know Brian? Any relation there?
I don't think so.
Stone Cold?
I don't think so. Well, that's Bosworth.
Oh, excuse me.
Barry, he might know.
Oh, okay.
Barry
Fair
Bosworth.
enough. I probably messed that up on Tales from the Dark Side. How many fucking times?
Herbie Hancock. Yeah.
Anyway.
Among other things that this guy has done in his career that does the voice for the Djinn, he was the original Shazam.
Like for the cartoons?
No. The live-action 70s show.
Oh. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Me neither.
I was like,
cartoon. I was like,
just as
oh,
friends.
he's Shazam.
All
Captain
right.
Marvel himself.
Well, if the original voice actor for the Superman animated series can come on The Boys as Starlight's father, why not?
Fuck it. So, to your point of not being able to understand the genie.
I don't think it's as bad as some people make it out to be,
Yeah.
but it is a little rough.
What
I
did
had
you
to rewind
say?
it.
Our buddy Matt Curione had watched this, and what did he give it on Letterboxd?
I don't know if more of the movie bothered him, but specifically he called that out on Letterboxd, and his review was like a 1 or 2 star because of it. Hey, it ain't gonna ruin the movie for me, but it is pretty fucking annoying.
I thought that I mean I agree, but I didn't have a terrible time hearing him.
I have really good hearing, man. I got the earwax cleaned out of me. I don't know. It was kind of rough.
I listened again. This is what he says. He says, "Alex, you are the keeper. Now you belong to me. You're my keeper now because you care for the lamp. Now it will care for you. Your wish is my command." And that's what he says.
With all that said,
It's mostly just that kind of shit.
Oh, you're the keeper of the lamp, oh, Alex.
did they understand him? Maybe they just missed all that. They're like, oh, can you repeat that, please?
Wait, what?
You're kind of gravelly.
Yeah.
No.
Wait, what did you say I wished for? I didn't wish for that.
Let me replay the scene.
Hold on. This is what you said, remember?
I hate you, Dad. I wish you
hate you,
died.
Dad, I wish you were dead. And she's like, no, Dad, don't die.
Well, yeah, because she's putting it together in
Yeah.
the moment. It's great acting, actually. And Dad even is like, oh, fuck. Then they do kind of a chase scene.
It's great. Dad shoots with a fire extinguisher. It's like your classic, diversion.
Yeah.
And they go into this room and they're trying to break out and they can't. So Eve's trying to get out the window and Dad's on the computer because he sees this digitized 3D model of the lamp. And he's like, oh my goodness, thank God Theo had all of this information in here. I'm trying to go through it all to get how we could stop the genie. I don't know. Here I go.
You think when they
Which
took the
I
photo,
love. I love
yeah,
that.
Yeah. I was just saying, we think when they took the photos to sell it or whatever, that was like somehow digitizing it. I guess that's what they're implying.
I think so. And they were trying to, well, he like carbon dated it, or not carbon
yeah.
dated, but like chemically dated it or whatever.
They find some information on there, though.
Well, the main takeaway is to kill the genie, you must destroy the lamp.
Right.
So he's like, that's it. We got to destroy the lamp. Meanwhile, this fucking thing is punching its way through this metal door. Again,
why didn't it just turn into mist and go under the door, go through it translucently?
Because it's not as cool.
I know, and the movie ends. But just saying.
Also, like, it's very reminiscent of The Relic. When
I still gotta watch this fucking movie.
Oh my god, the Cthulhu's like beating this fucking metal
door.
door.
You referenced it for 10 years,
It's
Joe.
great.
You and Tony.
Now that this is fresh in your head, go home and watch it, because you'll be like, oh shit,
it's probably relevant to so many movies that
we need to
watch.
cover it on this show.
Yes, it's been talked about so much.
Because that's one that I really want to do with Smith with Book to the Movie, because that book is fucking great.
Ever since we did Runestone, I feel like it's been on the docket.
Man, I
was so long ago.
I love Runestone so much.
Me too. I'm just saying that was the antithesis of The Relic, like talking about it.
I hope somebody gets the Runestone and puts that on fucking
That's another one.
Blu-ray, because that is something I would love to come back and do like a video review on. So even Alex and Dad, they all escape out the window and they run into the woods. And this is such a great scene because it's like this great fake out where they're like, they run in like a circle and they're like, we ran in a circle and blah, blah, blah. They come up upon a body of Dad and he's dead. And they turn around and then the dad standing next to them is like, and the eyes glow green. And it's so cool because he like grabs Eve's arm and it's like the genie arm. And then he turns into the genie and he's like holding. You can see the enormity of this puppet with Eve in his hand. It's crazy.
I was a little disappointed Dad was off screen. I kind of hate that when horror movies do that.
It's such a great reveal, though.
It is a great reveal, so it kind of makes up for it. If Dad's going to die anyway, I guess that's a good way to do it. It's just like, you got this far. Yeah, every horror movie, they get you with at least one. Ernie Hudson's still burning my ass. What was that movie?
Leviathan.
I was convinced he was alive. I was talking about it in the episode. Nope.
There's people.
Recent comment confirmed
There are people that argue with us till this day that Ernie Hudson is dead.
I mean, you got to start editing notes to these fucking. When I edited, I could tell he was dead, but that's kind of not nor here nor there.
I think it's funny because hey, that's fine. Comment on the video.
But yeah, she takes the lamp and she runs off. I don't know. Is she back at the museum? She finds a kiln of some kind.
Well, she knows that she has to destroy the lamp, right? So she jumps back into the museum. She finds the lamp and the plug, the diamond plug or the gem plug.
Yeah.
She goes down to the crematory.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So that's what it is.
That was like a clay pot making area. Like, you know what I mean?
No, it's like
crematory makes more sense.
Yes, I know what you mean, but it's a crematory.
Museum, they always have weird shit.
Whether it's burning refuse or
regardless,
organic specimens or whatever. I'm not exactly sure.
That makes sense.
So she goes down there, and this thing's busting through the door, and its fucking head is poking out.
More Night of the Demon shit.
It's very Night of the Demon, specifically in like the
crematory
room.
It's
in
crematory.
Night of the Demons, where the demons are trying to bust in, and the things are coming off the hinges,
and the head flying at them,
and the oven, and she's pulling the gas pipe out and shit.
You get the POV shot of the genie following her now. It drops Eve. It's like, oh fuck, I got to save my life now, essentially.
Yeah. So she fires up the crematory and she throws the lamp in the fire. It lights up and it's melting, and there's really cool like pink optical effects on it. Really cool optical effects in this too.
She has a bad one-liner. It's just, die, you motherfucker.
Yeah, she's like, die, motherfucker. Not like make a wish.
Or open up, say or whatever.
Say motherfucker.
Yeah,
the Peter Weller's like 3-pointer shot
they didn't
to
think
the monster's
deeply
mouth.
on it. It works. Die, motherfucker. Okay, fair enough.
I thought it was great. It's like legit. Like she would say that.
It would be stupid for her to have a one-liner on it. This character is not the one-liner type.
Yeah, but it's just
maybe if Mike was the hero, he would have had something after the raping.
It's great. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying, if he was the main character, I feel like he would have been the one that would have had a line.
That's a plot twist.
Thank God it doesn't go there.
Thank God it doesn't happen that way. So in the fashion that I always love, this fucking thing just starts exploding. We need to bring that back. Just start blowing the fucking monster up.
Yeah.
So he blows up, and again, you get another Night of the Demons thing here because like the genie's face appears above the burning lamp, like in the fire, and it's like reminiscent of the demon face.
Yeah, it is actually.
So all is saved.
Well, unfortunately, you know what they didn't realize though?
What?
When you do that, the smoke clouds go into the sky and all the genie remains actually create an acid rain, and then it creates more genies.
Ding 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 ding. Yeah. Night of the Genie. Night of the Living Genies.
Return of the outing.
Return of the Living Genies. Yeah.
We're going outing again.
The other outing. Yeah.
There you go. No, that would have been too smart.
An additional outing.
And the original name is just Lamp 2.
Right.
But it's T-O-O.
Lamp, comma, T-O-O.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Teen Wolf.
They had to change it. People won't get it. We had the first one was the outing. It's gonna really screw people up.
Whatever.
The outing, the lamp. We don't need a 2 then. It's different.
Djinn no chaser. That's
Yeah. Oh, okay. Get us out of here, Josh. The worst Tales from the Dark Side episode ever. But it was a good joke.
So the genie's dead. The lamp is smelted, if you will. Her bracelet falls off. All is
That's key.
All is safe now, with the exception that everybody who was killed by the genie is still fucking dead. Everybody's dead except for Eve.
This might be a case like we just talked about this in the last episode. Mom's a werewolf. There was at least the cops, a few other characters saw the werewolf, so they probably are going to live through the events. They're not going to jail. I don't know if they're going to believe Eve and Alex. I don't know.
How are you going to explain breaking that man in half?
Well, they do have the CCTV footage at the museum that may
all of that
exist.
All of that happened in the basement. It's not on the CCTV.
They're fucked then.
Yeah.
I hope Eve hires a good lawyer for
they're-
her not daughter because they never actually eloped.
Because there's no camera when Theo gets killed in the office or the guard. There's no camera in the fucking guard's office with jujubes.
Did you shove these jujubes up this man's ass out his mouth?
He's dead. He ate himself.
She's a frail woman. She couldn't have done it. It was obviously that guy Mike we found with his innards ripped out.
Yeah,
naturally.
Question mark.
I don't know who they blame on that one. Man.
I don't know. They were just
I know Theo's grandson's still waiting at the bus stop, for Christ's sake.
Those fucking cops are just like, I don't know. What are we getting? Chicken and pizza? I don't know. Case closed. I don't give a fuck.
They come
back. What are we eating today is what I want to know.
Completely useless.
Same
I
cops
love
from
it.
the beginning, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, it's just Eve and Alex, and they're out. They're in shock. They're in the back of the police car going to, I guess, to give their statement. And you hear
final scare.
You hear the jingle again, and you're like, oh fuck, the genie's still alive. Such a good one. And props to not only making this a great fake out, but the product placement.
Well, in the last minute,
it's a Pepsi truck. And the clang, like the glittering is coming from the bottles jingling together.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
But Alex clearly has serious PTSD. I mean, it just happened.
Yeah.
But yeah, she like kind of
traumatic experience.
She looks at the camera almost like she's going to turn into it again for a second, I thought. But no, it just kind of ends on a freeze frame.
That freeze frame, baby.
Classic freeze frame. And then the credits roll. And that's the lamp, a.k.a. the outing.
So where are we putting this, man?
Oh, it's on the shelf.
Yeah, baby.
This one, I don't know. I don't know how I never watched this one. I like Genie shit. I always have. Aladdin's one of the ones I always like had on repeat as a kid.
It was kind of hard to find. And if you didn't know that it was a Genie movie and it was called
that name,
you know what I mean? The outing is like a thing. I'm pretty sure I found this from badmovies.org, and that's
it
how
probably
I found
was,
it
man. Talk about shooting yourself in the fucking foot.
Yeah.
With a bad name. We've talked about it on the show in the past. It doesn't happen super often, but whoo, they really screwed this one up. I don't know if that would have astronomically sold more tickets if it was called The Lamp. You never know. But I have to imagine it would have sold a couple more.
I think it would have made more sense.
Yeah.
And if you tell somebody about a Genie movie, a killer Genie movie.
You would think The Lamp makes sense,
well,
right?
Well, think about this. It's 1987. You saw this. You're like, oh, you got to go see this, man. It's a fucking killer Genie movie.
It's called The Outing.
What's it called? The Outing. Oh. Okay.
Like
maybe.
Sleepaway Camp?
I'm not going to remember that.
No.
The Lamp is easy to make the correlation. I mean, obviously, it's the better name in the through line. But
if that executive is alive, he should still be taken out back and shot. If he's still kicking, because fuck you.
I mean, it did do well, though.
Okay. Well, I liked it. Long story short, great effects. Wish they maybe redid the audio on the Genie, but it's not going to ruin my review of it at all. It's just like, I wish I could hear that better. I do wonder some of those really dark scenes in the intro, how they looked on VHS. They're shot and lit great. So I think I asked you this before the recording, but they probably look okay. But I think of some of those movies where it's a dark scene and you watch the VHS and you can't see shit.
It depends.
And the blue cleans it up.
Everything is pretty everything about this movie is very competently made.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I don't remember ever watching this movie and being like, that is so dark, I can't see what's going on. Yeah, I
was
mean,
just
obviously
curious.
there's dark scenes, but like...
Yeah, like the opening especially. But yeah, good acting. I do think it's kind of funny that our lead actress, Alex, the character of Alex, is clearly Canadian, and they all live in Texas.
Yes.
A few of them do have the Texas twang, and there's a few y'alls thrown in there, which made it feel more authentic. But her constant Canadian accent did take me out of it, but I enjoyed the movie well enough. I was like, oh, there's that Canadian again.
You mentioned that, and like, yeah, she has a couple slips, but it's not that noticeable. It's not like an Art Hindle. Canadian accent.
No. It's certain words. It's certain words. It's so Texas central, and they grow up in Texas, but I don't know. Maybe she secretly grew up in a different area.
It's possible.
She was from mom in Canada.
Yeah,
right?
there you go.
But that's really it. She's still a good actress. I don't know. It was very good. I was surprised I didn't see it. I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself a little. If you haven't seen this one, like I said, it's on Fandango at home and a few other streaming places. Kind of Fandango at home, I feel like I don't mention that often. I usually rent movies off of there, but they have free movies with ads if you're curious. Yeah,
I never used it.
Yeah, I usually rent newer movies like when they come out on streaming, or if it's something that's just impossible to find, I don't feel like looking on the sailing the seas with the pirates. Let's say I'll just pay the $4.
It was on Tubi at one point.
It was, but that changes all the time.
Yeah, but it was on Tubi at one point.
So that's where I would say to look. If not, you got your options for physical media too.
Yeah, seriously.
Highly recommend this one.
Yeah. This is on the shelf for me, baby. I mean, it always has been. And it's one of those movies that really... This is something that I found when I was... we didn't talk about this in the beginning, but this is something I found in like my teen years.
Okay.
Which made it all the better.
Yeah.
So
something fresh when you were really
it's
into
something
it.
fresh and something really, really fun. The special effects are fucking awesome. It's like the first of its kind.
Yeah,
which is really cool, you know. And not a lot of people talk about it, I think, because it's just one of those things that, like, if you didn't know what it was or you ran in a circle that knew what this was, you wouldn't necessarily find out because you don't know what the fuck it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like not that Wishmaster even is that niche. I mean, they made how many of them, but like
It was like 4.
What I'm saying, if you're not deep into horror, I feel like if you just said, "Hey, have you heard of Wishmaster?" to a rando,
Well, it's Wes Craven, so
I'm just using it as a point that that's already a little bit more niche than like a Friday the 13th or something like that. And then you say, "Well, this is even more niche." I can maybe see why people missed it.
It's just that weird title that kind of throws it all off because you're like, what is this movie? What's going on here?
I don't get that.
And like the way that this pitches you is like it's going to be 4 random kids in the woods with a monster. And that's not what this movie is.
No.
You know what I mean?
Which would piss some people off. Maybe they still liked it, but you don't get what you're sold. That's annoying. I mean, VHS covers have
I'm
always
sold
done
on the monster on the cover, of course. I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I just really love this movie. I love all the effects in this. And again, if you're into this movie or you haven't seen it or you're a fan of physical media, I highly suggest picking up the Vinegar Syndrome Lamp Blu-ray. They're not sponsoring this episode, even though I'm wearing a Vinegar Syndrome shirt. We don't get any money from it. This is just us recommending this movie and me recommending this disc because it's fucking awesome. And if you're into this kind of stuff, this is insta-buy. Yeah. Right?
Well, even if it's a movie dumpster fan, you get some more origins of Grady Van Dam if you want it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a really good flick. And again, I just cannot emphasize enough how much I just love the aesthetic and the look of this movie and the way that they go about doing all of the special effects without actually showing the genie, which is really cool. So it's just a lot. It's a lot of fun. It's just a blast. So if you haven't checked this out, definitely check it out when you can.
Very happy to have checked this one out.
So yeah, with that being said, if you want some more Movie Dumpster content, you can head over to patreon.com/Movie Dumpster. You can get an ad-free audio version of the show for only $2 a month, and you can get some other great stuff at the $5 and $10 tiers. We also have a YouTube program where you can join up as a membership, and you can get some of that stuff. Not everything from Patreon. You can't get the physical stuff like the t-shirt and the sticker pack and stuff, but you can still get commentary tracks and mini-sodes and stuff like that. So pick which one you want and sign up and help support your favorite show.
And if you're watching on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe if you're not already, and share it with your friends to help get word out on the show. And if you're listening on your favorite podcast app, leave us that 5 stars and a review if you got the time. It always helps grow this dumpster community if you guys are leaving those reviews. We can't do it without you. We always say that, and without you guys, we wouldn't have this show, so we really do appreciate it. Now, if you want to find out where we're going to be this summer, head over to moviedumpsterpodcast.com. We got a calendar with all our upcoming events. We've got a store on there full of different merch, t-shirts, different things you can wear, bath towels, hats, etc. Check it out, and we'd really appreciate it.
So that's it. That's The Lamp, aka The Outing from 1987, directed by Tom Daly. I'm Joel Escola.
And I'm Sean O'Rourke.
Thanks for visiting the dumpster.